Happy Monday. Doing something a little different today in my happy place. I am at the park. And usually I just come and I do my morning walks. It set the tone for the day. These nature walks for me are like extremely therapeutic. So I tend to I tune everything out. Very intentional in my walks. Very present. But today I decided to do something a little different. Thinking about it, as soon as I arrived, I'm just like, I feel like I need to talk today. I feel like I need to get my voice heard today. I feel like I need to share a message. And I do think that this is a message that I probably need to get out there so that somebody else can hear it. And ultimately, I think that it will help someone just like it's helped me. So this is where I'm here today. So instead of doing my walk, I am here to share a message and hopefully inspire somebody today. So I have you here with me in nature. Again, my happy place, my therapeutic place. Hearing the birds chirping, being around trees, being around so much greenery, seeing people and their dogs. I don't know, it's just something about being in nature that just really just brings joy to my life. And I never knew that I needed this as much. I'm not a bug lover, like I hate bugs. But in all actuality, even with the bugs, I find this place to be extremely relaxing, refreshing, therapeutic. And I think that just knowing my why for being here is something that kind of just, takes my mind and my focus away from all the other distractions, which is what I often need. I'm often, extremely distracted in everything that I do. Scattered brain is what they say. And so this is just my place of just not releasing all of that and not being a scatterbrain and not really just thinking about nothing, you know? So, but today, I kind of just wanted to talk about this period of isolation that I'm in right now. I think that during my awakening phase, I reached this peak of isolation that I often questioned, never really understood. It created some sadness, I will admit. This period has not been easy, to say the least. It's been extremely difficult. And I honestly want to say that I really reached the peak. So when I moved back to Arizona in 2019, I felt it then. But within 2 years of me being back, so 2019, 2021, up until now, I have greatly experienced a period of isolation. And isolation does not mean that I don't have any friends or family members checking on me or anyone around. It's mostly just a period for me to dig within and really it's like soul searching, and kind of just being able to clear the pathway so that you have no distractions and you're able to really figure out your next moves and what you need to do for yourself, in life. And during this phase, you lose a lot of people. Things that you were intrigued by or that fascinated you months ago, years ago, is no longer enjoyable. You find that people don't understand you as much. You find that you're not as the bonds are not as strong as they used to be. And ultimately, it's one of those things to where you just grow out of people, you grow out of things. And during this period of isolation, you're able to really figure out what works for you and what does not work for you. So it's not a bad thing. It's just a lonely phase that definitely is not for the weak. You have to be able to power through this phase so that you can have clarity. It just clears the path. You feel more free. It creates a path that's less chaotic, a path to where you can actually see your destination. You see that light at the end of the tunnel when you clear the path. When it's just so cluttered, it's easy to go in a different direction because you don't want to go through that clutter. You don't want to move anything. You're not in a place to just want to you're just like, okay, I'm just going to go the other way because I don't want to have to deal with this. But I think that during this isolation phase, that's where you kind of take things easy and you do things at a pace that works for you. Not at a pace for other people, but at a pace that works for you. And you slowly start picking things up one at a time and moving them to the side so that you can have a clearer path. And that's what I've gotten from this isolation period. I just feel like I have more guidance. I'm able to hear myself clearly. And I'm able to know exactly what I need to be doing for myself. And a lot of times I just felt that I never really identified myself as a people pleaser. But now, as I sit back and I reflect, I do think that I did a lot of things that were, pleasable to others that did not necessarily align with me or the things that I wanted to do. So, whenever I would do that, I felt like I lost pieces of me bit by bit. So, every relationship, everything that I've done that did not align with me and my purpose, felt like it pushed me further and further from my ultimate goal in life. It was just really hard for me to process because to other people looking in, they think that I have it all. They think that I have it all together. They think that I'm just in this place of just like, I have the education. People look up to me. I seem to have it all together, not knowing that that one piece that was missing was ultimately just me really not playing about me. I had to get to that place to where I don't play about me. I don't let other people treat me a certain way, and I don't allow myself to treat myself a certain way. I have standards. I've set boundaries. And by doing so, a lot of people do not understand. I've actually been told, I just don't know how to approach you. And this honestly will make a lot of people feel sad, feel mad, or just fall off because they don't know how to approach you, which, hey, I mean, that's not my problem. Like, if you're not interested or if you're not like trying to get to know who I am today and trying to figure out a way to maintain that place, in my life, constantly watering this relationship, which requires effort. Stop trying to keep me stuck because it makes you comfortable. You can't keep me stuck. I'm always going to maneuver. So if you can't keep up, that's not my problem. And again, yes, that statement might make a lot of people mad because they don't get it. They're not in that place where you're at. They're still, everything is still cloudy around them. But again, you have that clear path. So this is not to say that you're better than the next. This is to say that you guys are on two totally different paths. And you must maneuver. You can't stay on a path just because it's comfortable for the next person. You have to do what works for you. So if you have to leave people behind, then so be it. If you see somebody on the side hitchhiking and you got your destination, you know where you want to go, and they're not ready to go, you got to leave them behind. Stop trying to take everybody with you on your journey. That's not supposed to be there. And that's what I had to learn. I am not easily accessible anymore like I used to be. I have set boundaries, so I do not tolerate the okie doke anymore. And I'm definitely not a people pleaser. I am there for those who I feel I need, who I'm called to be there for. But again, I have set those boundaries for myself and just for my life that I don't have time for that. Like I said, the okie doke, the BS, whatever you want to call it, I don't have time for none of that. So if you can't keep up, you have to be left behind. This clears the path for you to meet the people that's supposed to be in your life. This clears the path for you to see what habits, what behaviors, what things that you want to call into your life. But when you have those distractions, it's so hard to see. You want so much, but you just like, why can I not get it? Because your life is cluttered. You have too much distraction. You need to fall back. Be okay with that period of isolation so you can truly hear, listen, and take action. Be okay with it. You will definitely attract the things that you need to attract in your life, from people to things. But you have to be okay with that isolation period and not question it. Go to the higher source. Ask for guidance. You'll never be by yourself. You'll never be by yourself. But don't settle for less. You're worth so much more than that. You don't have to. There's no need to. Clear the path and keep moving forward. That's all I wanted to say today. Hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day. Remember, be intentional, stay focused, and it's yours.